Hello and welcome. My name is Caro Martinez and this is just a short video to tell you a couple of words about my free Spanish podcast, Español Automático. The main focus of my podcast is to help you reach your Spanish fluency goals so that you can speak Spanish fluently with native speakers from around the world, improve your conversational Spanish, understand native speakers and successfully communicate clearly with them, improve your career opportunities, overcome nervousness, shyness and fear when speaking Spanish, and feel stronger, confident and more at ease when speaking Spanish. I have created this free Spanish podcast thinking about all the independent learners who would love to learn Spanish, Castilian Spanish, but can't really move to Spain because of their family obligations or because of their work or other situations, other reasons. And this is the main reason of Español Automático, to create a Spanish immersion context, just as if you were actually living in Spain. I want to do it through my free Spanish podcast, which is available on iTunes, through my YouTube channel and online Spanish courses. Plus, I love creating resources, so be prepared for loads of gifts and surprises to improve your conversational Spanish. I want to help you progress from the intermediate level when you can more or less understand spoken Spanish but are unable to speak it, to the level of becoming fluent in Spanish. So my main focus is to provide you with Spanish listening practice and help you develop your speaking skills. So to sum up, I want to help self-directed, independent learners improve their spoken Spanish, conversational Spanish, at their own convenience, so their language learning experience is as effective and efficient as possible. My hope is that my free 7 days course and my podcast and all the materials I create will encourage you to develop effective habits that will take your Spanish to the next level. That you will not only listen to Spanish and enjoy it, but also implement the strategies discussed to improve your conversational Spanish skills, your career, and your personal life. You can download my free video course at españolautomático.com/7leyes, 7 in number. You will get audios, videos, and transcripts so you can read if you prefer. I hope you will like it and apply it. So, the immersion context. This is exactly how I have learned 4 languages so far, by creating an immersion context on my own. Let's take an example of English. I have never lived in any English-spoken country, so I have created my own English immersion context at home. It was the best language decision I have ever made, and it was worth it. I have experimented with many language learning systems before: schools, textbooks, online courses, computer courses, even a breathing-based course. Yeah, I have tried everything. But the best way to learn languages for me was the immersion at home. Not only I do love languages, but I'm also fascinated by the language learning process itself. After having spent many years working with Spanish learners, after having my master's degree in teaching Spanish as a foreign language, and after having spent many years studying foreign languages myself, I have created the Español Automático system to help others have that same advantage I have: the ability to communicate with confidence and ease with people throughout the world. Since my English is quite good, I've been offered a job where the first requirement was to be English native speaker. And even though I'm not an English native speaker, well, I've got the job. And it's amazing what you can achieve having the right system in place to learn languages. Because learning languages is not difficult. I repeat, learning languages is not difficult. Learning Spanish is not difficult. The challenge is rather in learning how to learn Spanish. Once you know the techniques, you are able to apply the same system in every new language you learn. The right system that will give you the results you expect. So, what results are you looking for? What do you want to achieve with your Spanish? Because, as I said before, Español Automático was created thinking about all the people that have some Spanish knowledge that they've acquired at schools or from textbooks, but they are unable to use it. They are unable to speak Spanish, to communicate, to express themselves fluently. So I would like to help you to make that leap. And I'm sure that with the right motivation and the right system, you can achieve it. If I did it, you can do it too. The most probable thing is that you will find on your way the same problems and difficulties that I had when I was learning languages. As to my French, like most people of my generation, I started learning French at secondary school, but I wasn't really good at it. So after graduation, I never tried it again until a few months ago. So it is nearly forgotten. But now I'm able to speak French quite easily after just 4 months of self-study. You can watch a short video of me speaking French that is available at españolautomático.com/7leyes. I know that my French pronunciation is not perfect, but it's amazing how much you can achieve with a good system in just 4 months, even starting from zero level. So I live in Spain, not in France. I have a full-time job, so I don't have too much time to study French, but nevertheless, the results are quite good. Did you do poorly in languages in school? Well, me too. I could have easily thought that learning a language wasn't my thing, but that's simply not the case. What I would like to stress here is that you don't have to live in Spanish-spoken country to be able to be fluent, because Español Automático brings Spain right to your home. Spanish immersion right where you are. You don't have to spend 10 hours a day studying, because just like me in French, you can bring your conversational Spanish to a good level, studying between 1 and 2 hours a day, even if you have a full-time job or even if you are studying at school or university. You can achieve it. It's possible. And you don't have to spend a lot of money on sophisticated materials or private tutors. But if you want to, of course you can. So there are quite simple ways to become fluent in Spanish. Español Automático is not only a simple system, but also flexible and fun. The fun part is very important. And flexible because you can easily adapt it to your busy schedule that I'm pretty sure you already have. And fun, because we learn better in a stress-free situations. When we are happy and relaxed, our brain absorbs like a sponge. I talk about it in my free course, 7 Leyes. What I have decided to do is to use real-life content that people in Spain encounter every day. I don't use regular textbooks because they are artificial, boring, and they don't use the real and authentic Spanish language. I complement it with simple explanations because it's the fastest way to learn Spanish. I also give you some useful tips because I know what you are going through. I have experienced the same challenges learning languages as you do now learning Spanish. And knowing the problems has made it easier for me to find solutions for you. So all the content, it's created with real materials that go beyond textbooks, and it's sourced in Spain and used by native Spanish speakers themselves in daily life, so that everything you will be learning is useful and relevant. I try to explain everything as simply as possible and make it fun and give cultural background knowledge so that you can use the language correctly, because without context and culture, language is just worthless. Now, about you, I have to forewarn you about something. By throwing yourself into native level content, you give your brain a powerful kickstart. It will likely be a shock to you at first. You may want to give up at times and you might be frustrated, but just remember that such frustration is an indication of your progress. We really grow as people after overcoming difficulties, so I'll be here to support you and motivate you every step of the way, okay? I really feel that in order to improve at speaking Spanish, you must enjoy learning it. That doesn't mean that every single day will be magical, but I try the content to be engaging and interesting, so I combine learning Spanish with learning new things that can positively impact your life, professional or private. The aim, of course, is for you to be learning Spanish without even realizing it. And the ultimate aim is to help you become fluent in listening and speaking Spanish. So, taking you to the next level from the state of understanding spoken Spanish, but not being actually able to communicate it, to speaking Spanish fluently and communicating with confidence and ease. I'm sure that when you apply 7 laws of Español Automático, you will be able to speak Spanish naturally and without hesitation like a native speaker in less than a year, depending, of course, on your level at present. So if you want to speak Spanish fluently, you can sign up for free for the 7-day course and learn how our system works. I hope you will decide to improve your Spanish speaking skills with us. And basically that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoy Español Automático, and as with any study, it will be a more satisfying experience and you will have greater success if you get involved. So take advantage of social networks I have developed to support you on your learning journey. Connect with me on Patreon, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, YouTube. You can leave me suggestions, questions, and even suggest topics you would like me to talk about in my podcast, or maybe expressions you don't understand and you would like me to explain. You can even leave me a voice message at españolautomático.com/pregunta. So dive in, live Spanish language every day and enjoy. I'm very much looking forward to hearing from you. So that's it. Bye.